Hello beautiful people, my name is Anna and today I want to talk to you about the difference between being in love and the love itself. But before I start though, I have a challenge for you. Can you tell in your actual relationship or ex-one if you're single, when about you and your partner moved from being in love into loving each other? The main difference between being in love and love itself is the nature of the processes. Being in love is a matter of corporal chemistry, physical attraction that leads to the development of the attachment. Love, on the other side, is based on how we are as people. It's based on what plans and vision of the future we have. It's based on mutual respect and support, faithfulness, TLC behavior, and cute little stuff like that. So we could say that being in love is a step that precedes the love itself. Being in love, it's a volcanic feeling, but what exactly happens in our body that has as outcome that kind of feelings? Well, there are four main hormones that are guilty about what's going on in our bodies when we are falling in love. The first hormone is adrenaline. And in the first phase of falling in love, it floods the brain and activates the stress answer. That would be translated with fast heart beating, dry mouth, sweating, and a fixation for our romantic interest. The second hormone is dopamine, and it's so-called the happiness hormone, and it is found in higher quantities in the brains of newly formed couples. What does that mean? It means that a higher level of dopamine has as effect a low need for sleep and food, yet an increased level of energy coming along with a state of euphoria. As a comparison, the dopamine effect is similar to the cocaine effect. Or if you remember, I have told you in a previous video of mine the dopamine effect of fast reward. Serotonin is the third hormone that is responsible for what's happening in our bodies when we fall in love. It's a hormone that maintains the emotional balance, and the lack of it leads to depression. Now, in the brains of the newly formed couples, the serotonin can go down until the level of obsessive-compulsive behavior, which means that this thing can explain why we have such a worship feeling towards our partner or why we are so focused on him or her. The fourth hormone, phenylethylamine, this word, or PEA, it's a neuromodulator and a neurotransmitter with a structure similar to amphetamines, also found in chocolate. We both know we love chocolate. And it has the role to make the transition from desire to attraction. Luckily for us, the feeling of being in love lasts between 3 months and 3 years. On my point of view, what we build in this period of time stays at the base of making the choice of loving further or at some point stopping and choosing for another person because, hey, things are not the way they used to be. To love and be loved back, it feels warm, it feels cozy and safe. We trust our partner and we have faith, we respect each other, we have plans together by this point, and most important, we are aware of each other's skeletons, accepting each other with good and bad. All this happened thanks to another two hormones that are guilty of what's going on with us when we are in love. And these two hormones are oxytocin and vasopressin. And I'm gonna tell you right away what are they about and what are they doing with us. Of course, the physical love, the attraction, it's still there, but it's no longer volcanic, itchy, and hard to control. It's more like settled, it's warm and satisfying because it's based on knowing each other's bodies. Or it's based on what each one of us like or want, based on fantasies we have each other together that we explore or we have explored. The attachment developed now represents the connection that keeps the couple together. Biology says long enough to make and raise children. I consider the attachment remains alive as long as the couple has common plans, objectives, and future visions. I mentioned earlier oxytocin and vasopressin. They are hormones that trigger the attachment and mutual trust. Oxytocin is produced by female body during giving birth and by male body during orgasm. As effect, for women, it triggers the lactation after giving birth and it brings the couples together after the sexual act. During kissing, though, the level of oxytocin in blood and saliva decreases for women but increases for men. Vasopressin seems to be the hormone of fidelity, of monogamy, although other recent studies say that nature might have made us polygamous in order to seek and pick the most suitable partner for our future children. In conclusion, if falling in love feels like an insatiable hunger for the other person, loving that person and being loved by him or her feels like we are never gonna be hungry again. That doesn't mean that falling in love is bad and the love itself is the good thing. There is no such a thing that one is good and the other one is bad. They are both processes that happened, rather we like them or not. Rather, we like the outcome they have for us, positive or negative. However, I do believe that how people treat each other in the period of being in love determines the patterns of the love they are going to build later. To give you one example, I have seen couples that are hurting and insulting each other, saying that this is how they express their love. And I also talk here about people who are pranking each other, people who are teasing each other in an unhealthy way, and simply people who just don't respect each other anymore. Now, this is a deviant way of expressing feelings, but if in the period of falling in love, if the people were too young, for example, teenagers, and they were afraid or they didn't know how to express their true loving feelings, instead they chose to insult each other or better yet, hurt each other. In the later relationship, we see a couple that has been together for 5-7 years, maybe more, and instead of tender care and loving, they are just hurting and insulting each other. So I'm asking you, may this be the result of their initial behavior from the period when they were in love? Indeed, my example was a negative one. A relationship can evolve from being in love to love itself in a very healthy way also. So, as I said before, being in love precedes the love itself. Better yet, it's a period when we choose the patterns we are gonna function by in the relationship. In this period, it's important for us to build on honesty, build with respect and mutual support, and shape the chaos of being in love into a supporting, faithful, evolving, and powerful love. We must be honest with who we are, and we have to accept our partner's honesty despite the sensitivity of the topics. We have to continue our personal growth while encouraging our partner's personal growth. And most important, above all this, we have to take care of our evolution together as a couple. That sounds like a lot of work, and it is. To build a healthy relationship means, first of all, to make sure that both of the partners are healthy. And I don't mean that just from the medical or psychological point of view, but I talk also about the soul's health. I was talking earlier about being honest and accepting our partner's honesty, and that is important because, we like it or not, each of us has his skeletons in the closet. If we can trust our partners to help us take out our skeletons, and if our partner can trust us enough to take out their skeletons, we heal together. And not just that we're healing together, but this way we learn how to behave ourselves and how to treat our partner as much as our partner learn how to behave and how to treat us. Mutual understanding leads to empathy, compassion, and then to desire and need for healing. Of course, if you don't have knowledge to heal yourself or your relationship, you can always search for professional help. And that's why love is so magic. It helps us focus on the good of the other so much that we work hard every day to become the best version of ourselves, and not to keep the other by our side, but because it feels just so normal and natural to be part of a healthy relationship. Love is what makes us be the best version of ourselves while trusting our partner will do the same. In conclusion, being in love and love itself are two different processes. Being in love, it's like preventive arrest, while love itself can be a lifetime sentence. The choice is ours. Okay, weird comparison, but I'm serious when I say that love is a choice, and in my next video, I'm gonna explain you why. I hope my video increased your dopamine level. Please like and share if you find it useful, and subscribe and click the bell to get notified first about the next videos. Until next time, highest vibes and warmest hugs.